Back on the road here at Sanford Stadium, and we're joined by Nick Irwin, one of the guys over at Varsity. You guys had the master plan and the creative side to put this behind. You know, when you guys engaged with this project, what was the vision like, and how did you make it come to life?
Well, you know, it's funny. It's one of those things that starts out with a very small idea and just kind of blossoms from there. So, you know, when we started with our master plan, it was really about building many experiences for the fans to interact with, because we saw a lot of opportunities here that were already existing, you know, whether it's putting paint on the wall or just like building these player pillars over here to our right, just different areas in which fans can interact, maybe learn a little bit about the history. This phrase, for example, "Go You Silver Britches," is something we worked with over with a historian at the Hargett Library with an old phrase that not really a lot of fans have used very prominently back in the 80s and 70s, but we thought it'd be a really cool opportunity to bring it to life a little bit more.
And the history is apparent in what you guys have done.
Yeah.
What is it, the importance of being able to tie in the past and the present and being able to deliver that in a seamless way?
I mean, that's you said it, seamless. That's the key, right? I mean, it was built in 1929. Not a lot of people know everything about the history of Georgia football, so that's really what our goal was. It was a lot of work, a lot of hours put into it, but we had fun on not only from a production side, kind of going back and forth, but also just seeing the end product. It's just really cool to see it come to life.
And you talk about the history of Georgia football. I know you guys have the pillars walking in over by Gate 6 where a lot of the fans matriculate their way in. You know, it's an interesting thing to be able to showcase some tidbits that fans may not even know about.
Yeah, you know, it was fun to, you know, we're all football fans, we're all sports fans. And for us to kind of really go in deep on the history of this program was a tremendous amount of fun. I mean, a lot of people don't know, like players like Charlie Britt from the late 50s who scored a 100-yard interception touchdown and threw a touchdown in the same game against Florida to win the SEC championship. So there's just a lot of little things that was a lot of fun to learn about.
Now, one of the big things also is being able to weave the history of Georgia football into this, and being able to take inspiration from players past, announcers past, moments past.
Yeah,
what was that?
You hit it. Yeah, you really hit it. With Larry Munson, the voice of Georgia football, we want to really pay tribute to a lot of the quotes that he said, and a lot of the quotes at the time where the players were really brought to life, and that's in kind of the player entry graphics that we have throughout the stadium. So a lot of the quotes are pulled from Larry Munson quotes as well. Just interweaving that history in together was incredibly important for us. So.
And being able to do that in a way that's visual, that someone may want to take a picture with and share on social.
Absolutely, right? That's one of the things that we saw on social during their fan day was just kind of the fans interacting with between the hedges graphics and things like that are so simple in execution, but the idea is so large in scale, allows you to really interact with it in a way that's kind of unique for not only for Georgia football, but we think really across the SEC.
And how are you looking to continue to help other brands tell their stories?
Totally, yeah. And the biggest thing with us is that there'll never be another Georgia football program, and that's something that we take to heart. Each project is a completely different project. You'll never see this graphic ever repeated anywhere else from another school standpoint, because this means a lot to Georgia football. It doesn't mean a lot to Oregon or the other schools out there. So for us, we really take that to heart and really get entrenched with the program and the history of the program to really tell a story, because you can really easily put graphics up on the wall that just mean a generic amount of information, but to know the history and to know what it means to the fan base is incredibly important for us.